Third division winner of the Stanfield Memorial, now back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure. That's My Happy Place. The daughter of Shadow Play. The Arts Place Dam Smiles Place. Well, Charlotte, or that should be owned by Patrick Morris of Charlottetown. Charlotte Ranch. And C1AMG Stables of New Brunswick are the breeders. Ronnie Matheson, the trainer. Gilles Berrio, the winning driver. My Happy Place now shares the TruroRaceway track record for 3-year-old pacing fillies, sharing that record with the Real Princess and Woodmere Skyroller. The mile 154 and 3/5. Mr. John Stanfield and family members gathered trackside to make the blanket presentation. Eighth race is now official. 1 Woodmere Flojo was second. 2 Watch Me Shake at third. 3 Mind, Body, and Soul was seventh. 4 My Happy Place, the winner. 5 Lauren Valley Live was sixth. 6 Red Dirt Rocket fifth. And 7 Woodmere Honeymoon fourth. 27-4 the quarter, the half 57-2, 3/4 in 1:26-2, and the mile a track record equaling 154 and 3 for My Happy Place. Top down 237-1654. 412 try 2160. 41 exactors $6, and the $1 super 4127 3435. Up next, the 9th race. We have an additional chart line to announce on the 2, Atlas Marigold, who raced here on Friday evening. Atlas Marigold left from post 6. Finished 5th with broken equipment. Was 5.5 lengths behind the winner and was individually timed in 1:59 flat. The driver was Carl Eisner. 8 starters for the 9th race. Triactor, Superfecta, Exactor wagering. Post time is in 9 minutes. Today's 50-50 winner was Jamie Ramsey. Horses on the track for today's 9th race. Number 1 in the field is Josie 150. Sam Hodgin owns and drives. Carl Eisner will drive from post 2. Atlas Marigold, owned by Won't Back Down stable. Darren Crow will drive the 3-entry Little Tags for Pam Moore. Morgan Shepard is the owner. Colin Shepard, the driver of number 4, Doc Darrell. Number 5 in the field is Big Engine. He's owned and driven by Evan Wilson. Lexi and Cassie Dixon are the owners of 6. Heart Like a Truck. Adam Murner picks up the drive. Almac Powerball from post 7. Mark Campbell for Renaissance Racing Incorporated and Aidan Farish. Monica Sutherland from post 8 with Bet on Lucas. He's owned by Ed Harvey. A field of 8 for the 9th. Exactor, Triactor, Super Effective Wagering. Post time is in 5 minutes. There's less than 2 minutes left to wager on the 9th race, less than 2. Final call to invest in the 9th race. Only 1 minute to post. Ninth race starters are moving in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race number 9 of the afternoon, Josie 150, Atlas Marigold, Little Tags, Doc Darrell, Big Engine, Heart Like a Truck, Howback Powerball, and Bet on Lucas. They're off and pacing. Little Tag sprinting off the wings of the gate, looking to grab that early lead. Also leaving sharply down the center is a Big Engine. Getting away to find a seat at the rail third. That is Atlas Marigold up on the limb from 4. That is Heart Like a Truck, 5th inside for Josie 150. They move into the backstretch, headed to the opening quarter. And out front the leader. That is Little Tags. Outside is Big Engine traveling second. Doc Darrell is third. 4th inside is Heart Like a Truck. Then back to Josie 150. Atlas Marigold. Further on back, How Back Powerball and Bet on Lucas are the trailing pair. They race to the 3/8 now, and Little Tags sets up shop on the front end. Parking Ticket goes to Big Engine second, inside and getting the trip in the pocket third. As they move off the top turn after an opening pedal of 27 and 3/5 seconds. That is Doc Darrell in the pocket, third inside. Fourth on the outside, gapped a bit in the cover. That is Josie 150. Inside, Heart Like a Truck is the fifth one. Looking to the outside, Atlas Marigold in sixth. Gapping out at the back is How Back Powerball and Bet on Lucas. Into the lower turn, they head to the Redland Farms backstretch for the final time. A cutthroat half, 56 and 4. Little Tags on fire on the front end. Inside second, the perfect trip to Doc Darrell. Now tiring outside and backing through is a Big Engine. Moving up into third, Josie 150. Inside with pace, Heart Like a Truck is next in line fourth. Fifth inside and saving ground is How Back Powerball. The field heads on over to the 7/8, and they're still led by Little Tags with Doc Darrell still there in the pocket. Second, third is Heart Like a Truck. Josie 150 outside is fourth. They turn for home, 126 and 2/3, and they're still chasing on the front end. Little Tags into the passing lane goes Doc Darrell. Doc Darrell in the passing lane. Little Tags holds to win it. Second, Doc Darrell. Third is Heart Like a Truck. Mile in 150, 5 and 3. Little Tags, the 9-year-old got its son up better than Cheddar, is now back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure. He's owned and trained by Pam Moore of Truro. Darren Crow, the winning driver. Little Tags, just 3/5 of a second off his lifetime mark. The mile 155 and 3/5. Race 9 is official. 1 Josie 150 finished 5th. The 2 Atlas Marigold was 7th. 3 Little Tags the winner. 4 Doc Darrell 2nd. 5 Big Engine 8. 6 Heart Like a Truck finished 3rd. 7 Hammock Powerball was 4th. And 8 Bet on Lucas 6th. Quarter was 27 and 3. The half reached in 56 and 4. 3 quarters in 126 and 2. And Little Tags pacing in 155 and 3/5. Top down your program is 571 28346. 346 try in the 9th race, $631.30. 3-4 exactor, $186.30. No winners in the Super. We have a carryover, $80.58. That Super carryover is over to the 10th race, and it's the 4th and final division of the Frank and Beth Stanfield Memorial for 3-year-old fillies. The driver change on the 4, Oh Pretty Blaze, make it Gilles Barrio. The 10th race will feature Exactor, Triactor, Daily Double, and Super Effective Wagering. The Super carryover stands at $80. It's also the first half of the late double. No changes in the 11th and final post time for the 10th in 9 minutes. Please note, back at the 9th race, we do have a corrected time. The judges have corrected the time of the mile for the 9th. It's 1:56 and 2. That's 1:56 and 2 for Little Tags in the 9th. Three-year-old fillies entering the racetrack for the final division of the Stanfield Memorial. They'll race for $16,890. Here's the field. Number 1 is Shadow Princess of Redland Farms. Paul Angel trains and drives. Mima Zamapo from post 2. Claire McDonald trains and drives for owner Haley Curry. Windermere Farms, Brian and Ira Wallach Racing. Matt Burke and Don McNeil Jr. are the owners of 3. Windermere Classy, Earl Watts trains, Mark Campbell drives. Danny Romo Owns and trains the 4-entry Au Pretty Blaze. Note the driver change here to Gilberto. Number 5 is Pandemonic. Miles Heffernan Jr., owner and trainer. Miles Heffernan Sr. driving. Peter Gilby owns the 6 Halmac Maleficent, trained by Joe Baxter. Kenny Murphy in tow. And Lady Lamrai is the 7. Over Marcia Knox, Adam Murner is the trainer-driver. A field of 7 fillies for the final division of the Stanfield Memorial. They'll go behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate in approximately 5 minutes. Corey Pickram, contact the paddock office. Corey Pickram. Only 2 minutes left to wager on the 10th race. Less than 2. Less than a minute to purchase tickets on the 10th race. Less than one. Final call. Starter has called the fillies in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race number 10, fourth and final division of the Frank and Beth Stanfield Memorial. Purse of $16,890. Shadow Princess, Mima Zamapo, Windermere Classy, Oh Pretty Blaze, Pandemonic, How Mac Maleficent, and Lady Lamrai. Fillies are off and pacing and quick off the gate are Windermere Classy and Pandemonic along with Shadow Princess down at the rail. They're three abreast as they vie for that early lead, heading on to the opening eighth in the center. Windermere Classy now drives on to take charge as they enter the Redland Farms backstretch for the first time. Shadow Princess is away second. Backing off to third at the rail is Pandemonic. Outside and traveling in four is Lady Lamrai. The fifth one away was How Mac Maleficent. Then we go back to Mima Zamapo, and at the back is Oh Pretty Blaze. Single file fashion now are the fillies as they head on to the 3/8, and on top they're led by Windermere Classy. She leads the way by a length. In the pocket is Shadow Princess. Looking at it from 3 as they continue off the top turn. Lady Lamrai is the fourth one as they move off the turn and travel on through the stretch, approaching the half. Windermere Classy, Shadow Princess, they sit 1-2. Pandemonic is the third one. Now the first up attacker. Here comes How Mac Maleficent into 4. Lady Lamrai shuffle back to 5th. Outside, moving with cover in 6 is Mima Zamapo. And Oh Pretty Blaze still back there trailing in the 7 spot. They continue on to the 5/8. The quarter was 27-3. 57-4 for the half. On through the backstretch, final time. Windermere Classy, still the boss in the pocket. Shadow Princess will need room. Outside, Howmac Maleficent braving it first over third. Along the inside, Pandemonic is the fourth one. Fifth inside and trapped is Lady Lamrai. They head on to the 7/8 now. The one to take down is Windermere Classy. Shadow Princess on the inside looking to reclaim second. It does. Outside third is Howmac Maleficent. 3/4 paced in 1:27-2. They turn for home. Windermere Classy is still the leader. On down the lane, Windermere Classy in the passing lane. Shadow Princess gaining ground. Windermere Classy holds on to win it up the passing lane. Late closing, Shadow Princess second and third. Lady Lamrai. Mile paced in 1:56-3. Back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure, the winner of the final division of the Frank and Beth Stanfield Memorial, number 3, Windermere Classy, a filly by Malicious. The American Ideal Dam, J.K. Jazz It Up. It was bred by Brian and Ira Wallach Racing. Now will be Windermere Farms, along with Brian and Ira Wallach Racing, Matt Burke and Don McNeil Jr. Earl Watts trains, Mark Campbell, the winning driver. Windermere Classy now with a new lifetime mark of 1:56 and 3/5. Mr. John Stanfield and family trackside to make the blanket presentation. Winning connections of the final division of the Stanfield Memorial. Windermere Classy, trainer Earl Watts and driver Mark Campbell, 1:56-3. 10th race is official. 1 Shadow Princess was second. 2 Mima Zamapo finished 5th. 3 Windermere Classy the winner. 4 O Pretty Blaze was 7th. 5 Pandemonic 6th. 6 Halmac Maleficent was 4th. And 7 Lady Lamrai finished 3rd. Quarter was 27 and 3. The half 57 and 4. 3 quarters and 127 and 2. In the mile, a new mark for Windermere Classy, 156 and 3/5. Top down your program is 251-7643. 317 try in the 10th race, $378 even. 3-1 exactors, $75.10. The 20-cent superfecta, 3176, $247.02. 11th and final is up next, the third division. Third A division of the TRO Pacing Colts has 7 starters. There are no program changes in race 11. Exactor, Triactor, and Superfecta wagering are the features. 9 minutes to post. Don't forget, Grand Circuit Week racing action resumes here at TruroRaceway on Tuesday evening, an 8-dash program featuring the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 2- and 3-year-old trotters. Post time on Tuesday is 6:30. Raceway would like to extend happy birthday wishes today to Donna Wilson. Happy birthday, Donna. Colts entering the track for the 11th and final dash of the afternoon. It's the third and final A division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 2-year-old Pacing Colts. Purse is $10,800. Here's the field. Number 1, Louis the Lip. Dave Kennedy and Ian Smith are the owners. Tom Weatherby trains. Brody McPhee drives. Miles Heffernan Jr. is the owner and trainer of number 2, O Positive. Miles Heffernan Sr. in the driver's seat. Mark Campbell has the driving assignment on 3 Tobin's Gem for Renison Racing Incorporated and trainer George Renison. Darby's Fancy from post 4. Gilberto picks up the drive for owner Kevin Bailey and trainer Bernard McCollum. Adam Murner is the trainer driver of 5 at Den of Thieves. Owners Krista Murphy, Herman McQuaid, and Brittany Watts. 0-260 from post 6. The Ultimate Stable, the owners. Seafoy Melanson trains. Robert Laffin will steer. And Mike McGuigan drives from post 7. Bet on Evil. Mike also the trainer. Owners are Mark McDonald, Bennett McKinnon, Josh McDonald, and William McDonald. A field of 17-year-old colts, A division in race 11. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta wagering. The windows close in less than 4 minutes. We're now down to 2 minutes of wagering time remaining on race 11. 2 minutes. Now down to less than 1 minute of wagering time on race 11. Less than 1 minute. The 2-year-old A Colts now gathering behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time for the 11th. The 11th race, Atlantic Sire Stake, 2-year-old pacing colt A division. Louis the Lip, Oh Positive, Tobin's Gem, Darby's Fancy, Den of Thieves, 0-260, and Bet on Evil. They're off. And Oh Positive is away first, looking to grab that lead. And for the outside, 0-260. Sharply up on the outside. Continues on, looking to grab that lead. As they race into that first in off stride there, went Oh Positive. 0-260 is moving up on the outside, looking to grab that lead. Oh Positive is away second. Louis the Lip on the inside third. Fourth is Darby's Fancy. Then back on the inside, Den of Thieves has 5. Outside moving is Tobin's Gem from 6. And 7th is Bet on Evil. The field heads now to the 3/8, and the leader is 0-260 out there by a length and a half with Oh Positive tracking along in the pocket second. Outside and moving third now, that is Tobin's Gem. On the inside, Louis the Lip is traveling along in 4 and pinned to the rail now as they move off the top turn and travel in front of the grandstand as the 2-year-old colts approach the half, led by 0-260. The inquiry sign has been lit. Outside, trying it first up, Tobin's Gem is second. In the pocket, Oh Positive getting that trip third. Outside, gapped a bit in the cover in 4. That is Bet on Evil. Then fifth, then racing along the rail, is Louis the Lip. Outside and moving in 6 is Darby's Fancy. And the trailer is now Den of Thieves. The Colts head to the backside. Final time, 59 and 3. Down the Redland Farms backstretch outside, it's Tobin's Gem. Moving on, grabbing that lead away from 0-260. Still third inside as they continue on to the 7/8 is Oh Positive. On the outside is Bet on Evil fourth. But they're all chasing Tobin's Gem, who has taken over the lead from 0-260 midway round the final turn. 129 the 3/4. An eighth left to come for the Colts, led home by Tobin's Gem. 0-260 is peeking to the outside, looking to go back on second. On through the stretch, Tobin's Gem. Outside is 0-260. Tobin's Gem, 0-260. Tobin's Gem holds to win it. Second is 0-260, and third is Bet on Evil. The mile at 159 and 2. Judges have lit the inquiry sign. Hold on to all tickets here in race 11. Inquiry in race 11. Judges looking at the break by the 2, Oh Positive in the first turn. The winner of the Final A division of the Truro Pacing Colts, now back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure. That is Tobin's Gem, big eldest son of Flameproof Hanover. Out of the Lismara Dam, Grace Sealster. We're bred by Wendell Williams of PEI, Renison Racing Incorporated of Truro. Now the owners, George Renison Trains, Mark Campbell, picking up the catch driving victory here with Tobin's Gem in 1:59 2/5. As a result of the inquiries in the 11th race, here are the results. Number 2, O Positive, finished first, or that should be finished 6th, was placed 7th for taking the passing lane away from the 1 Louis the Lip in the stretch drive, then placed 6th. The 6th entry, 0260, finished 2nd, will be placed 7th for causing interference to 2 O Positive in the first turn. The new top 4, as a result of the placings, will be 3, 7, 4, 5. Mutuals, contact the judges, please. Mutuals. Here's the official result of the 11th and final. Number 1, Louis the Lip, finished 7th, placed 6th, then placed 5th. 2 O Positive, finished 6th, placed 7th, then placed 6th. 3 Tobin's Gem, the winner. 4 Derby's Fancy, 4th, placed 3rd. 5 Den of Thieves, finished 5th, placed 4th. 60260, finished 2nd, placed 7th for causing interference to O Positive in the first turn. And 7 Bet of Evil. On Evil, 3rd, placed 2nd. Top down after the placings, your program reads 561 3472. Fractions for the mile were 29 and 4, 59 and 3, 129, and the mile for Tobin's Gem 159 and 2/5. 11th race try 374 combination $630.30. 37 exactor 56.60. The 20-cent superfecta 3745 101.76. And the late double 3-3 returning $45 even. That concludes the racing action for a Sunday afternoon here at Truro Raceway. Atlantic Grand Circuit Week racing will resume on a Tuesday evening. An 8-dash program featuring the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 2- and 3-year-old trotters with post time for the first race at 6:30. Total wager on today's program was $39,394.